What's up, everyone? This is Bacon, and today is the start of the Alliance contest. This is an event that takes place every so often, and basically, the goal of this is to get to, if you're just kind of a basic player, to get to this 200 point mark to get all the rewards. There's also a ranking system you can see here, and then there are rewards based on your ranks. So if you are a pretty high achieving player, you can, get these ranks. Top 100 I think is definitely doable. 50 to 80, 30, 50, so on and so forth. So there is other things that can affect these rankings as well. So that's kind of the maybe for the people who've been around longer or more whale accounts. But I think for people who are newer or just kind of trying to get by and aren't wanting to try too hard, I think this 200 marker is a pretty good goal to have. 10 scrolls is nice. The diamonds, other resources here are definitely some pros. So let's go over and just look at how Alliance Contest works. Basically, you have, I guess, 4 different rows that you can kind of choose from, and it lasts for 2 days. And within the 2 days, every day, you and your partner can do different challenges. Now, the easier challenges down here are the least amount of points, and then as you go up, you can get more points. Now, you can see the Dream Realm and the Arena challenges. These ones have a range, and so if you're going to be doing these, you basically want to make sure that you can get at least 20 points or higher to make it worth not doing these middle ones. And I think most people, if you do the right teams and if you've playing a decent amount of time, you can probably get up there. So the first thing to look at, Arena, very basic. You just go in, you do your challenges, basically going to clear some. You can't skip it in this. Weird. Well, at least it's only one thing. So basically, you're going to just keep going, doing your challenges, getting high up in the rank, and then the higher rank you get, the more points you will get for your team. Now, I think what you would want to do if you're going to be, wait, let's go back. Let's go ahead and look at the ranking rewards here. Yeah, so here you can see where you kind of fall in the rankings, how many points you get. So if I basically want to get above 20, I want to get in the top 10. That's ideal. But you can see there's a lot of people who haven't really done anything. Let's go ahead and let's do like one more challenge for now. And I don't know if this is like the best team to use for this. That's just like all my like really OP strong heroes. You can see it also changes the type of venue or arena that you're on too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swipe out her. And then I'm just going to put Tailing in there. I don't know if that's the best one, but I'm going to do it anyway. I also had, well, it doesn't matter. I just win this. 35. And then I'm going to do one more and get to rank 19. And now what you're going to notice is basically if you want more attempts, you're going to have to spend a little bit of diamonds. And so this is where you basically have to spend 100 diamonds to get some more attempts. Now I have 5 more attempts. Basically, if you want to try to get in the top 20, you have to spend diamonds here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use a few of my attempts now. I'm going to save it for later as well. Just as it gets close to the reset, I want to make sure that I can try to push to get in that top 10 area. Let's just go for the bot. There's 1 rank difference. I don't really care about that. And so now a big mistake people will make when doing this is if you go to your defense ratings, you have to basically set up a defense for every map. Actually, no, you just select one, but you want to make sure that you are like your defenses are set up for the one map. So here I have just the normal one set up. I'm going to go ahead and just use her to give me sustainability. And then I'm going to leave it at that. I think I probably could come up with a better team. Maybe put Sung Jin Woo in there somewhere. Sure, let's just toss him in there, actually. And then let's put her here. Let's leave it there. And then So my defenses are up. I have my kind of ranking or my like stuff set up down here. You can see, I'm at highest. My highest rank is 6. I get 25 points. Let's just try to get someone who's in the top 3. We'll see if we can beat them. Looks like I beat him pretty convincingly, which is nice, I think. Yeah, it's just the Schultz here now. Let's go. All right, so on top 3, I'm going to kind of hold off and wait until it gets closer to the end of the first day. I'm going to use the rest of my attempts, try to push as high as I can, try to ensure I get to that top 10 points. So that's how the arena works. It's pretty simple, pretty similar to the normal one. Now, this is where it's going to be a little different. So this is basically a mini dream realm. You get three things. And I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video below for this specific boss. You can kind of see the ideal teams and different alternative teams that have been made by some members in the AFK Companions community. So shout out to them for doing this. But this is the teams that are on there that I am basically just copy pasting. And I think this should help me pretty well. I'm also going to wait. I'm going to hold off on my 3 challenges and just see what the other rankings are. Currently, there's only me and someone else who has done this, but I'm sure this will definitely start going up as more people are playing. But I want to see what the top ranks are going to be as people start doing challenges, and then look at their teams as well, because there might be some new teams that are better with different heroes that people have found out. I don't want to just assume this tier list from about a month ago is still accurate. So I like checking the leaderboard, seeing what teams other people are using, see if I have heroes that are built out pretty far in those teams, and then doing that. If you are someone who's pretty new and just doesn't have a lot of teams available, I would just put your best heroes in here. Try to make some team combinations that make sense by looking at rankings or the list I'm going to put in the link below, and then going off of that. Obviously, if a team, say you have all these heroes, but they're all purple heroes, probably not worth doing it. Probably just better worth using your other heroes that are higher rated. But if you do have some of these heroes, but you don't have all of them, you can kind of mix and match and see what heroes you can kind of try out for there. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and just pick one of these. I'll join this one. Win the battle, win with 5 wilders, and win without any heroes dying. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put all my wilders in. These ones are pretty easy. I have not done this when I'm not like OP as crap or really far along in the game. I don't know if for an early game this might be a harder fight, so it might be harder to have where your heroes don't die, but I've never had an issue with these fights. And with these ones, you automatically get the 20 points, so you can see our total team points is 20, and then you can see the little ribbons here are the ones where I have completed them, or the check mark for all the ones below. And so if you and your partner do this method and you guys are getting at least like 20-ish points in these top 2, you should be able to get the there you go, the 200 points here. So you need at least 100 points a day. You get 6 challenges total. If you got 20 for all of them, that's 120. That gives you a little bit of comfort or a buffer. But even if you did these 3 and then you did these 2 and you only got, let's say, so you got like 15 points from each, that would be 30 plus 60. And then you could just do one of these and you'd have 100 for each day. So you don't let like perfection be what holds you back. As long as you're getting decent points and trying your best for these, it's not a big deal. You should get that 200 point mark and be fine. But that is my kind of guide or overview of the Lions contest. Hopefully that's helpful. Make sure you check out the link below. Shout out to Silas and everyone else who was a part of making that tier list. That stuff is super helpful. But I don't want you to forget that just checking people's rankings and seeing how they do and what they did to get there is also really helpful. So like I mentioned before, as people start pouring in and doing the Dream Realm, seeing what the top people are doing is really, a helpful thing to try out. Especially because you get 5 different attempts. And so you can try out a bunch of different variations, see if one does better than the other, and then just you automatically get the highest one. So make sure you just kind of fill around with that. Don't just assume what is out there right now, or from a month ago, is the best option now. But thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you like and subscribe below, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.